Miami, South Beach, bringing the heat, Can y'all feel that? Can y'all feel that? Jig it out, Here I am in the place where I come let go. In Miami, the bass and the sunset low. Every day like a Mardi Gras. Everybody party all day, no work, all play, okay? So we sip a little something, leave the rest to spill. Me and Charlie at the bar running up a high bill. Nothing less than ill when we dress to kill. Every time the ladies pass, they be like, can y'all feel me? All ages and races, real sweet faces. Every different nations, Spanish, Haitian, Indian, Jamaican, black, white, Cuban, or Asian. I only came for 2 days of playing, but every time I come I always wind up staying. It's the type of town I can spend a few days in. Miami, the city.
Hello everybody, I'm Paddy. I'm Soren and this is Paddy.
I'm Paddy.
Can't get that right. But anyway, so what this is that this is our movie for the road trip. We're going to be basically going through different parts of the road trip, trying to explain them so that it makes more sense. We're going to start off with a bit of a background story for the first scene. The first scene, what is it about, Paddy?
We are just getting ready to leave. We're packing up, clearing up Soren's room. Just getting ready to leave for the road, basically.
And we have a bit of a story about David Barrera. Happened the night before. So, Paddy, you arrived from Ireland.
Yeah.
And have you shacked up with Holger for the night in the room inside? And I arrived back anyway. We arrived back from somewhere. We were out that night, I think.
No, we didn't go out that night. Dave Barrera went out.
Dave Barrera went out. And Dave Barrera being a local homosexual, nice guy, really nice guy, but he really likes, he liked robbing myself a good bit anyway, I think. And what happened that night was that David Barrera had drank a bit too much. So rather than going back to his own room, David Barrera decided he'd come into my room. So I was sleeping away in bed. I'd taken off all the sheets of the bed, so all that was left for me to sleep in was a sleeping bag. Sleeping away in bed, happy out. Connor Hurley sleeps in the bed above me, which you'll be able to see in the first scene. He wasn't back yet, but he was going to come home, and he had an interview in the morning, so I remember him giving out to me about having to be quiet and everything, so I made sure anyway I went to bed early and was just quiet out. All of a sudden I'm waking up by someone kind of very touchy-feely there behind me, kind of spooning me. Bit of a shock to the system, I suppose. I didn't really turn around, just assumed it was Connor, who was really I don't know, drunk or something. It was really dark in the room, and he says, "Yeah, whatever, Connor, just go to sleep," kind of thing. That wasn't to be the end of it, though, was it?
What happened next, Soren?
What happened next? Well, I suppose all of a sudden I get the hand around me, and then he starts taking down the zip off me sleeping bag. I remember that. At which point I, of course, turned around, got to frighten my life to see David Barrera sitting there, or asleep, kind of spooning me from behind. And at which point I had to kick David Barrera out of the room. Anyway, it was a fairly random thing, and fairly embarrassing seeing that Paddy and Holger couldn't stop laughing in the room across, and Connor Hurley was above and kind of had the whole situation. Thanks, Connor, by the way, for helping me out with that situation. All I heard from him was sniggering the whole way through the thing. I was just like trying to get rid of this fella. Anyway, yeah, he was there that night, and then the next morning when we were all clearing out that room, remember Liz comes in. Liz comes in, and Liz, I got on with lovely with all the people in Stebbins. Had a great time there. But Liz comes in, and then one of the people I'd never chat to in the whole year I was in Stebbins, basically. One of the only ones, and Liz starts talking, just chit-chatting to me, and I kind of turned around to Liz just after a few sentences or whatever. It was kind of just tidying up at the time that she was talking to me. Turn around to her, and I see her going into the room when she's trying to see what she's doing. She's trying to take out the shoes and clothes that David had left from the night before, because I think he had undressed or something in the room as well. So I says, "Liz, you know what, Liz? That David Barrera fella is crazy." At which point David Barrera jumps out from behind the door and shouts, "I'm not crazy," and runs off. But that was I suppose the lead up to the first scene.
Yeah.
And what else are you going to see in this? You'll see
it'll be a crazy dude with a story that never ends.
Yeah, that crazy fella. We don't know where we picked him up. He was just in Stebbins. I suppose there's always different people in Stebbins. He's in Stebbins that night telling crazy stories. You'll see him. You'll also see Holger will be there. You'll see Aman, I think, does a bit of a rap actually. Yeah. Does a bit of a rap scene for us, and Connor early, being his usual self.
I'm just generally getting ready to leave and
getting ready to leave, and I suppose that's it really. And we were doing this for every chapter, I suppose, of it.
Pretty much.
So you probably have to get used to us for the end of it. But that's it.
Now we're recording.
This is Connor in my room here. My man Connor.
That's what David did say. So awkward.
David.
Hey buddy. Hello. This is Soren's flat.
My room, Mum. Sorry for it being in such a state. It's not always in such a state.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Soren said he cleaned up for 4 hours before we arrived here. So yeah, apparently it was a lot worse. And there's a lot of drinking posters here.
No drinking.
Show Soren's bed. Look at Soren's bed.
Yeah, can we get maybe not a close up of that?
Close up on the boobs.
Yeah, and the bathroom is prime condition. And then what else? Let's see. Soren made this.
This is Soren's 1 year of work in Berkeley.
So Soren, what's your comment to the state of your room?
Basically, it's been a tough year.
And I'm leaving tomorrow. It's been a tough year. Yeah, fucking right.
Where are you off to?
Just going to bring this up to
Okay.
and
And cut.
Right, this is going.
Yeah, that'd be
We're about to leave Stebbins.
forded the Mississippi River today. You're bleeding.
Someone hit me. That's a fine, Connor. That's a definite fine. Physical harm is always a definite fine out here.
Yeah, we should have been we got the list out to find.
Wait. This is I still go around the house. This is our TV room. Yes. Going around. This is the Lizard Lounge here. Bunch of people in here having a party.
Where's Max Ebert?
You're a duck.
Stayed with Lisa and Zach. This is our vlog. This is our vlog for the trip. Say hello. Got some Irish people over here. How you doing, guys? There we go. That's a real Irish person.
Oh, where are you going with my arms?
I don't know.
Wait. You guys make fun of our foreigner because Soren's awesome.
Tell them about the beer monkey.
I already told the beer monkey.
The bear monkey story is good. I think we should put it on camera.
No. I've got a better one.
We've got a story for the camera, everybody.
All right.
Here goes.
All right.
Yep. Go for it. So it's a long story.
Did you hear how Staten Island got its name?
No. Go for it.
Two brothers are coming from Ireland on the boat, and they come to America, and they reach immigration, and the one brother meets the immigration officer, and he says, the immigration officer says to the brother, what do you do? And the brother says, I'm a pilot. I said, oh, you're a pilot? Oh, we have a great need for pilots. Come on in. And the other brother comes up to the immigration officer, and the immigration officer says, what do you do? Why do you want to come into the country? And he says, oh shit, I think I fucked it up.
Nah, don't worry about it. We have it on camera. That's the main thing. We have it on camera, and we can always.
So the second brother says,
Don't worry about it. No hard feelings. Go around. I think we know the rest of the story over here. Like it was. What did the second brother say?
On how I'm thinking Staten Island.
Ellis Island, anyway.
Say hello, Aman. A quick rap, Aman.
Talk about basketball.
You gotta rap!
Aman can rap for you guys.
I mean, you rap when you're talking in general conversation.
That's true.
Maybe
I've done it for the big screen before, though.
oh, okay.
That's what
This is copyrighted, so you'd make a bit off it as well.
I just watch that face at night, like on his laptop.
Yeah, Soren would be on there, like watching it, practicing, learning.
Yeah, I'd be like getting the lyrics down.
Yo, John Piner, Ponginer. Yeah, I'll play the field like David Pond for the Niners. Pons on the Niners. All the time, I'm like Timex on time. I can't stop, I drink wine like it's Charles Shaw. And I'm in your girl's bra, feeling her up like I was peeling a couple of oranges, opening up door hinges. Yeah, some things around here could use some more hinges. Like these windows, they just keep falling off. I'm in the spot like my boy Paul in the cough a couple lungs up, and then I sprung up from the ground like the wings just wung up. John, go, John Piner. Piner.
What is that? There we go. Oh shit.
Will you open the pilot? In California. Oh my god, it's gonna be so great. I got your hat. So we have to say goodbye. See you later.
I'll say hello.
Wait, which way does it go? No, seriously, let's make this happen.
I love being that creepy guy with the camera.
Like 2 days at her house, 3 days at my house.
Zoom right in your face.
I'm zooming in on Brad in here. Brad, I have my
July, August.
This is a good zoom. Look at that.
Now you're gonna get all stripped.
I'm not even doing shit either. I'm gonna.
My parents. That's what they're for the folks. Yeah. We go.
You take still.
Safe travels.
No, he's got the still shot. He has the still shots.
Ah,
cool. Oh, where's the fine book? Have we got the fine book? Good. Jesus Christ, that's a very flashy camera. Look, guys.
Where's Connor?
It's been fun. I'm just making a video so that if we do get, whatever, drowned or something, there's something to remember us by. And maybe, make a black box for our car.
Salt? Euro trip.
Salt! Give me a break!
It was a pre-tequila.
Give me a break!
I'll be back
Let's get everyone to get a picture in the front of the house or whatever before leave. Guys, now we can leave. We'll all be back here.
This baby is strong and long.
Alright.
I'll try not to cry too much.
And don't die.
Hitting the road. The GMC.
Hey, Irish brother!
What's up?
I remember the rest of the joke.
Wait till I get the footlight here. There we go.
Are you gonna edit it?
I'll make it seem.
Whatever. You're gonna make me look like a fucking idiot.
Idiot.
So, alright, ready?
Go on. So the first brothers come, he's the pilot, yeah?
Yeah, right. First brother come, he's a pilot. Alright. So, the second brother, he shows up. The immigration man says, "Why should we let you into the country? What do you do?" And the brother says, "I'm a cutter." He says, "You're a cutter? What the fuck is that?"
What is that thing? Yeah, what is it?
He says, yeah, I cut turf. He says, turf? Yeah, I cut turf. We use it for fuel. He says, we don't use turf fuel. We use coal. We have no need for a cutter. He says, but you just let my brother in. He said, yeah, your brother said he's a pilot. Yeah, he's a pilot. I cut turf, he piles it.
Okay, it's on. Right, let's go. Yeah, it's recording. Yeah. I think we should do that again. I know we can cut out the first picture. You can just. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Just this is the second part of our movie, chapter 2. We're on our way to LA. Notable parts about this, I suppose, is just how easy it is to piss off Connor Hurley. Love you, Connor, if you're out there, but you are the most easiest man in the world to piss off. On numerous occasions will Connor Hurley say something to us about that on the trip, I think.
I think so, yeah.
The man just
you'll see it throughout the video.
Yeah.
And Yeah.
Holger Merrill adds a bit of life, I suppose, as well with his usual comments. We have a few of those in the outtake section as well.
Yeah.
Holger Merrill. Might as well just make a bit of a cameo appearance in this.
Dropping those bombs.
Look at him there.
Dropping those bombs.
That's
Say seriously.
Right, here we are. Put on these lights.
The clock is at 0.
Such a fancy car.
Connor, remember what I said about cruising?
Sorry.
This is a button for the light. You won't see it in the noise.
Because the waist of the car sign is
Go easy on it, that's all.
No, wrong same sign.
There's Connor. I'll drive you down the hill.
Sorry, would you listen to what I'm saying?
How do you sound like there?
Just perfect.
Say hello,
Sorry. What I was saying is, push the waist in the car. When it's in reverse, it will roll forward on a hill. So I have to press down on the reverse like that. You just look at the road, okay? Road? Yeah.
There's Connor, our first driver. So where are you going? We're taking Mitch.
I'm going to get petrol. Mitch, where would you go?
Just arrived at Leah's house. Say hello, everybody.
My phone, please.
Connor's asking for his phone. This is video log here. Mitch, say hello to the video log.
Which city are you in?
We're in Los Angeles. We just drove 300 and something miles to get down here, probably 400 miles. Drove through Sunset Boulevard, all the rest of it. I'm tired.
Soren, how do you do the trick for this shit to come off?
There's a little button on the side. Say hello to you. There we go.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, guys. That's probably it for the video log. I'm gonna peace out and go to bed. As they say. Good night. Connor, how do you feel about being in LA?
Go fuck yourself, son.
My parents are gonna see all this, Connor.
No, they love us.
Yeah.
No, but they probably love me at this stage.
Yeah, they love
Taking care of you for a year.
Yeah, they love you alright. We're in LA at the moment. Paddy has finally got out his son.
And Soren,
So
have you
Mitch.
told your parents why you're so happy? Soren, have you told your parents why you're in such a good mood today?
Oh, in such a good mood today. Oh, I just passed my economics exam. It's brilliant. I think I might actually call home and tell them about it. Say hello, Holger. This is where we stayed tonight, Elias' house.
Sunny LA.
Sunny LA.
Milo, she throws me like a rubber ball. The sweetest thing. She won't catch me, I'll break my fall. The sweetest thing. Baby's got blue skies up ahead, but in this I'm a rain cloud. You know she wants to try.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, right, we're back again. Just quick let you know what's happening in the next scene. So we're after driving, with you two in the background, obviously. We're after driving to South Beach. No, not South Beach.
No, to just a beach in LA.
Yeah. What happened there, Paddy?
We tried to park up, go for a bit of lunch, and of course, this being America, the ticket machine wasn't really cooperating.
No, it wasn't. So what was supposed to be just quick in and out turned into a 15-minute fiasco with that machine. But anyway, you'll see it.
You can see the clip here now.
Trying to get the dollar out of the dollar machine.
It's not there, so
I think it'll come back again. No, it's not coming back. It's a repeated vendor. You'll see it. The machine is fucked now. That's just...
This is so strange.
If the service is required, please call that number. Tell the machine's broke. Not taking our bills. Where's the machine number? There's going to be a sale in them while this machine is There's some questions of LA, Paddy.
Machines are useless here.
Turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are alive, maybe the trees are gone. I feel my heart stop beating to my favorite song. And all the kids they dance, all the kids all night. Until morning, oh, it feels another life. I turn the music up, I'm on the other side. The hammer is inside. I turn the music up, I got my records on. From underneath the rug, we'll sit around and song. Don't wanna see another chance.
Go Beverly Hills. We're not in Beverly Hills.
How is? So we're after just. Hey Paddy, how's it going? Not so bad. How are you doing? We're after finishing up with Los Angeles there. Thanks a million to Leah for hosting us.
Yeah.
Had a good time. Had a dinner there on the last day with our parents.
It was lovely actually, yeah.
Mitch has a good one there sitting in between me and Leah.
Oh yeah.
It's a great photo of that actually. So where are we now, Paddy? Where are we off to now?
We are just getting into, the next clip you see is we're just getting into Vegas. We'll bring you for a tour down the strip. And what else is there?
Who's with us at this point in time?
Oh yeah, and making a guest appearance now is Rob, Sam and Connor.
Rob, Sam and Connor will all have various inputs to ideas that might how I should raise my children or what they're going to be like when they're older. There's some good info in there. What else? We get a bit of a dancing performance by Rob. Machete is all I'm going to say to that. We'll have some comments by Connor. We'll have a bit of a music of choice by Connor, including Chris Brown, a bit of Katy Perry, and who else? Martin Solveig.
Oh yeah,
Hello. Yeah, that's a good song. That's in there as well. Basically, the setup of our 2 nights in Las Vegas. Not to tell you the whole story, but we stayed in a motel for the first night.
And then second night was a little bit more up class. We upgraded to a penthouse suite
in the Mirage, no less, and didn't use too much money that night. Went out to the Jet nightclub. I think that was
we pulled you away from it.
That was the truth, yeah. That was roulette table. But yeah, that first night in the hostel, I think I spent the night in the car that night.
You did actually, yeah.
Yeah, I was too stingy. I arrived in Las Vegas and too stingy to pay for the hostel. Yet I forked out a load of money for that penthouse suite. But not to worry. So yeah, that's it, I think, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. And we'll see you in a while.
Yeah, enjoy.
Everywhere that I've been, the only
You're very good on camera.
You're going to be well raised.
Yeah, you're going to be well raised.
You're going to be fucking perverts and nudists running around the place. It's going to be disgusting. Just balls dangling everywhere. Just like trying to be liberal, just being creepy. I don't know. It's just going to be disgusting.
You'll probably celebrate
Good luck in life. Make sure you set up a travel blog.
My wallet.
Sam Moore.
And smoking, as always.
Advice for Soren's kids.
Take up smoking. I recommend
Sam, that's poor advice.
big fat cigars. Inhale them as well.
I'm on. Hello guys, this is probably the soberest I'll be all night. If my children are listening, don't do what I do. Definitely don't come to Vegas anyway. Enjoy. Yeah, we're gonna have a good night tonight. This is our mascot actually.
So what we're going to do with this guy is, it's going to be part of our game. If he gets dropped into your glass, you have to down your shot. And whoever has him is the one who gets to control who gets it next. All part of the game. Kids, enjoy.
Get drinking.
Do you want to explain what's happened here, Sam?
I'll explain. Basically, this was a no smoking room, but I wanted to smoke.
I was about to go to the jet, nightclub in Mirage. Okay, lads, how are we feeling? How are we feeling, Tiago? Are we good? Are we good? Vegas, baby. You're what? Kenyan. You're Kenyan. You're Kenyan. Right.
Okay, so here we are.
Morning, Paddy.
Everyone's feeling great. This is the aftermath of last night.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
There's Vegas. There's Mitch. And there's all the beer. There's Connor.
Sharpie's out.
The room is just generally a kip at the minute. Everything is just everywhere.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's the end of the tour, because we have to clean up.
Hello everybody, we're back again.
Morning, how are you?
We're just after finishing up with Las Vegas. Bit of a disaster trying to clean up that room. I suppose the one thing we actually completely left out of the video of Las Vegas, which wasn't covered, was that an incident at the start of the Las Vegas penthouse, I should say. Do you remember that, nobody?
No.
With the bathtub.
Oh, so it got phone.
Connor and Rob decided to take a bit of a bath and managed to flood half of the room. But not to worry, that was just something we had to clean up then the next morning. But so we're after leaving civilization, so to say, for a few days.
Yeah, we're going into all the national parks and into the middle of America.
Starting off with
the Valley of Fire,
just a bit north of Las Vegas. Then we move on to
Grand Canyon.
Zion, yeah, we move on and have the coldest night of our life in Zion. And Moran Sarah makes his first.
I was in the middle, so I was looking
Moran Sarah made his first appearance in Zion. Mitch would know all about Moran Sarah. And did he come back again? I don't know if he ever came back. But that was his main.
I think he did in Miami.
Yeah, that was his main point of attack there in that camping.
Yeah,
in that that camping place here. Yeah. It's dangerous, man. You have people, lads,
just robbing blankets,
and Jesus, yeah.
But poor Mitch had spent about 2 hours in the shower to warm up. But anyway,
that was funny. Kind of feel sorry for me. But then again, more in sorry, man. We never got him, really, did we?
No, he eluded us.
Yeah, he did. He got out of there. Oh, where did we go after Zion?
After Zion does Grand Canyon.
Was that straight after Zion?
Well, we went straight from Zion to Grand Canyon. It was only like a 3 hour drive, so it was.
Yeah, we went to the northern tip of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Then the Germans did well to build that, didn't they?
Actually, just a great job, so it was unreal.
And where did we go after that? Monument Valley. Did we do Monument Valley in between?
We did.
Yeah.
We did actually, yeah. Monument Valley.
That was when Holger had a bit of a...
Yeah. This drive we didn't stop until we got to Texas.
Yeah.
The bottom of Texas.
Yeah, Jesus. Bottom of Texas. So we've passed... Well, I suppose there's loads to be said. We can talk the next time about our little adventure in Dallas and
Texas.
Connor Hurley's wishes as regards getting to specific places on the map. But we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Right, enjoy. This is us in Valley of Fire. I was about to say the Death Valley, but it's not the Death Valley.
Connor, you're a wanker. I hate you.
Connor, please stop with this, right? This is for my parents. I don't want you swearing every 2 seconds I put on the camcorder, right? my parents will seriously think you are the most vile person in the world if you keep swearing like this.
Well, don't show your parents that then.
Well, this is for my parents. You don't understand. I mean, there's some parts obviously that I will cut out, but not every like this is a natural.
Oh, the sound is so fine.
I was just thinking about that. That's okay though. I don't mind that.
We cut that out.
But him swearing when I'm trying to go through a national park here is not helpful.
Fine. You're not going to show your parents anything involving me. Hey.
Believe me, this is all I'm actually going to just show you uncut version. So last night was a bit of an adventure. Connor Hurley.
Soren got a transvestite hooker.
As excited as he'll ever be. It's probably the best way to put it. Wouldn't stop trying to jump on anything that moves. Man, woman or child. People need to be careful around this man. Right now actually what we're a bit scared about, I don't know if you can... So Mitch has informed us about the snakes.
Sorry, you're not showing your parents this.
I am showing my parents this, yes!
No, you're not.
Mitch, why else do you think I'm making... Connor, why else do you think I'm making this? Holger's trying to hide the orange peel intermittently in the bushes. He's going over to every bush individually and throwing a bit in each time. He's trying to make a trail back or something. Yeah, because the big white van over there isn't a bit of a telltale sign.
You're not showing your parents.
Salvation
they are.
Children drunk around.
So I don't know how it works, but I'm guessing right up.
Morning lasted all day. And through an open window came like Sinatra in a younger day, pushing the town away. Everyone else came down to listen. He said,
It's got your initials in it. Yeah, put your name in there. There is the inside of the cave. Where did you find it? Look how deep what you got. This stuff is just like paper. Put your name in there. In there. Oh, she's only sandstone. There's Holger destroying a natural resource.
Get in there.
Zoom in at me there.
How'd you zoom in?
The little thing where index.
Oh, okay, I see. There's Soren. Rear mirrors.
Like as if you finish it there, that's enough for them. Yeah. Here we go. When we get back to the thing, we be.
Yeah, right, Connor.
Whoops.
Evenings
Holger just making some sausages.
It couldn't take a long time.
Just arrived here in the middle of nowhere, probably. The Zion National Park.
No flash.
It's quite nice.
It's fucking weird because the flash show, what you always get is the background really dark and like the front really bright, but you should just use the ISO settings and really get everything.
Well, it just keeps the camera lens open for a long time then.
No, but that's the point. It's the ISO because otherwise I would shake my hands. It's physically impossible. Yeah, good.
There's still music.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. At least open the window and open the door. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Not too much to do there.
You can't hear it anywhere else though. You won't. No.
I'm just saying from the cold getting into the car, but anyway.
Oh, like, sure. You'll warm the car in 2 seconds. Slowly but surely.
Early morning banter. Backman. Backman's walking towards the shower right now.
Getting there slowly but surely.
Have our 10 tongue up.
Whose seat tank is this?
What's up? That's my own buddy. Just lose it under the bag for it either. This thing's about to run out of battery soon.
Find the shampoo, sorry.
No.
Where'd you post this?
We're off again. So we're after finishing with Zion
and the Value to Fire.
That was good. Next few scenes out of that. I hope you liked them.
Next we're going to go into the Grand Canyon. We're going to see a couple of clips of the Grand Canyon, and once we leave Grand Canyon we don't stop driving until we hit the bottom of Texas.
And along the way we'll have a fit or two by Holger.
Yes.
But we'll lack food.
We'll have Monument Valley thrown in there as well.
Yeah, we'll be driving through at least 8 or 9 towns.
Yeah.
With the only type of food being fast food.
Yeah.
And probably then that morning that we do actually get healthy food, where we thought, remember it was in Texas.
That was in Amarillo, yeah.
Yeah, we thought that being in Texas I'll be getting steaks.
Yeah.
The only bit of fruit we got during the whole 3 weeks travelling being in that buffet place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was amazing, in the middle of Texas.
So so basically we won't be chatting to you again now till
Austin probably.
Austin, yeah.
Maybe before, and maybe about Dallas for a while. Yeah. Probably throwing a scene or two about that.
Yeah, talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you then.
Why are you filming this? Just on board. So we're in the Grand Canyon. Please do not swear that much. How's it going, Paddy?
Fantastic.
You thinking about swearing? What's your favourite swear word, Paddy?
There's loads. I can say loads.
Listen,
Mum wants to see some of this.
You can delete this part of the video.
Don't need it. No, we don't.
Are you happy about Holger? Just explain to the camera there.
Oh, Soren's like, we're on the flip side. Me about to get my shoes in.
Enough of that.
More in
Sal's fucking going over the edge.
You swore on camera, I'm not the only one anymore.
Heavy bag as far as it'll go.
Okay, then we're just getting
It's big.
Gosh.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Take your time. Do you want any more?
No, we're good.
Thank you very much. It's beautiful.
Hey, get the picture out.
Do you want us to take a picture of you guys?
Yes, we all get the picture. The thing is, there's no point at every day. Close somewhere. But what if you land over there in the middle? Then what do you do? You come back.
Interesting discussions between about the viability of paragliding in the Grand Canyon. So lads, what's the verdict?
I'm sure there was a town over there. I thought it'd be bigger. Swim around, Tiago.
You're happy to be here? No. Well, no, you're in the photo.
Oh, okay.
We're back.
Be careful there, Soren.
Careful. Moran Sile is not careful. He strikes.
You've just admitted you're Moran Sile.
Oh shit! I swear, I'm just saying.
Oh, don't fall, Tiago.
I'm just saying, to be able to outwit Moran Sile, you have to be like him.
You need to outwit Moran Sile. He's a massive scumbag.
You have to be like him, and therefore you can't. You can't be so risk conscious the whole time. You got to be kind of do things he do.
Because everyone's so far away. When you move, nothing changes. It's like a picture.
Now what about the 4-layer theory, Hog? Give us the 4-layer theory again.
Tell me, Hog, have you ever wondered something out loud? Like just had a question and just wanted to say it? No.
Doesn't happen.
Look, you're just jealous because you're not as interested.
That's why you're the one getting filmed.
It's around the whole canyon. How cool that be?
Just to walk?
Yeah, no, and then there are campsites every, a couple of kilometres.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And you had a month you walk around the canyon.
You could rephrase that question, Holger, to say, I wonder if there are campsites around this Grand Canyon in a path like this. It's a helpful way to...
I wonder if Mitch can shut up.
I think it's great.
Seriously, what I was saying earlier, it actually just stays static when you're walking.
What are we talking about? What about the 4-layer theory? No, but like the 4-layer theory for a
minute. The canyon doesn't move. No, but you don't get me. If I walk, that tree moves in front of that tree. Yeah.
Perspective.
Because it's so far away.
General visual principle.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't understand that.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way. Yeah, I gotta go make it happen, take the world in a loving embrace, fire all of the guns and pumps and explode into space. I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind, and the feeling that I'm under. Yeah, I gotta go make it happen, take the world in a loving embrace, fire all of the guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Soren, do you want to explain to us what we're going to see?
So, basically, long time ago, Native Americans...
Tiago, you make sure you're telling the right thing.
Okay. Came here and settled, and we're just going to have a look at their settlement. We're going to be admiring their habitat. Even though they got screwed over by America over the years.
The Americans stole everything. So including their blankets, and they couldn't sleep.
Like Moran Sile.
Yeah, like this is Holger Marl pissing on a national monument.
Those Native Americans aren't going to be very happy with you, Holger.
He's going to be hit by an arrow now in the next
Yeah, Soren and Holger disrespecting a national monument.
Jumping up and down.
Yeah, jumping. What did the sign say, lads? What did the sign say?
stay on the fucking trail.
You're gonna get food tonight, you know? Yes, he will get food tonight. He
lose you, and I don't know where I'm going to. Still too like that. I don't need reason why. We come running again. I'm every girl crazy about it, shine as me.
Holy shit. Get that, Paddy. That is so bad. Look at that. Jeez, it's all the cattle. That's factory farm. Yeah, that's like fucking chicken farm. What are the cows? That's mad. You get that from here.
Crazy about a shot dance
How are you? We're back again. We've just gone through bits and pieces of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Explored Holger's theory of perception, or what was it called? Perspective.
Which apparently I don't understand.
Yeah, Paddy doesn't understand that theory apparently. So we've got Holger's take on perspective, Holger's 4-plate theory.
Yeah.
I don't know if we actually got, and then we desecrated bits and pieces of the Indian reservation there as well. That was so fun. What else have we done?
Went to Monument Valley.
Looked at some factory farming.
In Texas. That was just all getting into Texas.
Yeah, and then what about Monument Valley? And to be said about that?
Really?
Holger halfway through. It's in the middle of Monument Valley, right? Big massive monuments left, right and centre. It's when are we getting into Monument Valley? Didn't know that Monument Valley was just open space and not just a park. What else? Yeah, we drove through the night then. That was the morning when we woke up with the sun coming into the car. That was a long drive, 36 hours.
Yeah.
In between all of that was when Holger was having his tantrum about not getting food.
Yeah, we just gave him a banana and he'd happy.
Yeah, that was grand. We're about to. So this part of the journey, we've had Conor Hurley, who at this stage hopefully has provided us with a video explaining himself about why we needed to go to Dallas. I don't know if it'll be in the final cut, but this is what he's supposed to be preparing for us. So yeah, it'll be a video explaining why Conor Hurley decided that we had to go to Dallas. Which apparently Dallas was a place to go. Judging by how much filming material we have, a total of 30 seconds on one city that we spent about 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
Doesn't say a lot for the place. Just JFK's got shot there, really.
That's basically.
It's not very good when the city is just known for someone's death.
Yeah.
It's pretty shit when it's empty as hell as well.
Yeah.
It was hot, it was humid, empty.
And there's a storm on the way.
Nothing going for it, really. There was a storm. Why did we go to Dallas? Conor Hurley, why did we go to Dallas? At the end of the day, there was no need to go to Dallas. We could have gone to Austin and had spent 4 more hours in Austin. But anyway, we went to Dallas in the end, and it was good that we got out of there.
Yeah. And then we just went straight to Austin.
That's the only good thing about Dallas.
And
what about Austin? What happened when we got into there?
Well, at this stage, none of us has really showered for like a day and a half or 2 days. Mary, you found accommodation. I don't know how you found accommodation.
Oh, a student co-op. So we'd been living in a co-op in Stebbins, which you saw at the start of the movie. We'd been living in a co-op, and somehow we found another co-op in Austin.
Yeah.
Some nice people in that co-op as well. Remember, there was a swimming pool. We all went skinny dipping. Naked. That was great. Oh, we flipped it.
We're doing that again.
Don't worry about it, Paddy's parents. Don't worry about it. Your son wasn't involved. Halligan and myself were doing backflips off the diving board into that swimming pool. That was green because they used some sort of organic salts to clean it. Yeah, hippies, man. Absolute hippies. That was funny though. That was a great night. And where did we go before that? We were out that night.
We just went around Austin.
Oh, we were annoying Conor Hurley in the car as well.
Oh yeah, we'll show you that.
Yeah, Conor Hurley. There'll be a scene of Conor Hurley getting fairly annoyed in the car. I think it was something to do with locking and unlocking it. Yeah, I kept pressing.
You're opening
doors, and Paddy, you were puking out the window. I'm pretty sure there's a scene of Paddy puking out the window. Paddy puked out the window of a white car. It's always a good idea. What else happened to us? Sure, you see for yourselves.
Yeah, we roll the clips here.
Roll the clips.
Your damages, provide estimates, and schedule the work.
And this is where JFK was shot.
Information is on the banner at kcbi.org, and it will be here. That's 3227. Next week is the last full week to get your name in the drawing for the grand prize package. A 6-CD set that includes Carrie Joe and Nicole C. Mullen.
Speaking of music, everybody loves that new song, Blessings. The artist who sings it is our special guest next week. Laura Story joins us in studio.
Okay, so that was Alice, and now here's Austin.
Yep.
We're good to go.
I'm fat.
We're in Austin, Texas at the moment.
Please do not swear.
Won't swear. We've arrived into a co-op, which is cool.
Very nice.
Nice place.
Nice shower. It's nicer than yours, aren't it?
Dad goes like, "Oh, I feel so at home here." It's finally warm. Warm, says Diego.
Yeah, but it gets cold at night. It should be cold now.
No, it shouldn't be cold at night, man.
Yes, it should be cold at night.
No?
That's what nighttime does.
It should be cozy in your bed, you know.
Should be never cold. Mitch, tell the camera about your impressions of Dallas. Yeah, tell us what you think about Dallas. Dallas is a shithole.
Dallas is a shithole.
Do you ever want to go back to Dallas?
No. Had a president not been shot there, that would have zero attractions.
What about downtown Dallas? Can we get a synopsis of that?
Best thing, I can't envision a place that used more concrete in town planning. If they could have come up with...
What about that guy who walked with us for a while? He was cool.
He smells really badly of piss. That's all I remember.
Yeah, we're not smelling that good neither, were we?
But at least we didn't...
Last night, Paddy. Did you guys stick out of the window of the car or what?
He showed himself last night.
I didn't make a voice.
Turn off the light. You threw up on a waitress.
Turn the light off the camera.
I'll show you.
You threw up on a waitress. You punched a woman. Kiss on some woman's daughter.
Oh, what about that guy? What about that guy?
Fucking turn your one up in the hair.
Courtney in front of the bed.
He was so old though.
Wait, what happened? Explain. I wasn't there, so I need full detail.
There was like this parent, the father and the mother and the son.
Just go driving, buddy.
Daughter, girl.
And for Zoom, had to chat up the girl, didn't he?
And he wasn't Soren. There was some other guy who started to hit on the girl.
Soren was about to if that guy who was twice his size didn't hit on.
It's bullshit.
Sean Connor, yeah. Turn on temperature to start.
Some fucking heat.
There it's 30 degrees. That's quite nice. Let's close the window.
Why is the window open, guys?
Yeah, let's air conditioning on the box. It's the only one who's sucking warm air from that side.
Holger here giving us an explanation of how it works.
Minus temperature. Temperature is low as possible.
That's as low as it goes, 19.5.
Oh, it goes down to 16. Sorry.
We don't need to down to 16 though. No, what I'm saying is we do not need it down to 16.
No, but
you need to cool down the car, sorry.
We're melting here.
It's really bad to have a sudden temperature change, right? Do you understand?
Soren, you're not sitting in the front again.
Listen, Connor.
Object to that. I object. Soren not sitting.
Oh no, I know I said object to the team change. How do you just press it?
Oh.
No, that's the wrong button.
It's this button here you want, the cold button on. No.
No, it's the blue and the red arrow. There, press down. Yes, I did one as well.
That's okay, we've got our own temperature in the back.
Mitch, how do you feel this morning?
Good.
Good, yeah?
Yep.
It's good.
Probably feels better than you anyway, Soren.
Yeah, and how about Helga?
Oh, I feel great now that the air conditioning is finally set to our standards.
It's going to be absolutely.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Yeah, sing it, kid. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Get my sexy body. These are the German tourists on the beautiful Brazilian beach. You can see their color here. Their skin color, really tan and worked out bodies.
And then the Irish rife. Hey, what's this? This isn't time to work out, huh?
Gives Soren camera? Yeah, because he wants to go through the cop really quick. Okay, right. There's Lance packing. And Paddy's gay.
Thanks, Iago. This is the co-op.
You don't have a key anymore, that's why I can't go outside. Just go around the co-op. Do you want me to bring you or do you want to do it?
Yeah, you can bring on to order.
Come with me. Right, so this is the co-op and stadium. This is a common area. The main part of this co-op is outside. This is where last night a few of us were, how would we put it? Barely clad, scantily clad, jumping into the swimming pool. That was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool co-op as well. Not like our one in Berkeley, but
yeah, it's way nicer than your one.
it's not nicer now. It's just different. Look, I mean, it's got like a pirate ship.
It's way nicer.
They just have a different sort of thing going on here. I mean, it's
nicer.
It's pretty cool. I'll give it that. Got barbecues lined up here, bike sheds. Just the works. We better go up into our room. We just head on. Right. Go into the common room. We chill out here for a while as well. Have a look at this. Blue table. Foosball.
There's a buffer for the car.
Sit up there. There's a computer room and all that sort of stuff up there. The lights are on. Turn that off. Great. That one is awesome. Too late.
Take this like the wind.
How's everyone? Back again. It's night time here in Constown. We have been working all through the day for this movie, so let's hope it works out. Anyway, we're just on where are we, Paddy, at the moment?
We are just after leaving the action there. We're just after getting into New Orleans. That was when you seen on the bridge there. That was crossing the Mississippi.
And what was this after? Where did we stay before that?
We stayed before that in Austin.
And what about Austin? How was that?
It was good crack.
It was good crack. We finally figured out what sort of temperature Holger likes in the car.
Yeah.
I think that's been applied and has thoroughly been applied in the car from now on in. We promised a few scenes about with the Niall Connor part in it.
Oh yeah.
But
that'll be the outtakes.
Yeah, they'll be the outtakes. Needless to say, there's some things that we shouldn't put into this video. Yeah, I think it's bad enough as it is. So they'll be in the outtakes section. We went swimming actually, which we hadn't covered before, and that was really good fun as well. That was like a little natural spring area there.
That's cool.
What else did we do? Some people went to see the University of Boston. Those nights, yeah. And the co-op, as you saw, that swimming pool told you stories, I suppose. No need to repeat myself on them. They were good fun. And I think it was a 20-hour trip or something to New Orleans. Can't remember what it was.
No, it wasn't that long.
It was not that long.
No, it was only 8 or 9 hours.
Hopefully, at the end of this now, or by the end of this, Holger will have sorted out some sort of map system to show you what's going on and where we are at different points in time, so you can have a look at it yourselves. But it was a lot of driving anyway, and we're happy to have arrived in New Orleans at this stage. Now, New Orleans, what did we do in New Orleans?
We just wandered around. Went down to the French district, which is cool.
French district is the main kind of going out.
Yeah, that's what you see. That's what you see in all the TV programs and stuff like that.
And there's loads going on in that French district. What about Joanne? Actually, there was this. We were walking down towards the end of a really good night out, walking down the street near enough to the Mississippi, and this one stops, and she was on her bike. She gets off her bike and was just tying it to locking it to the lamppost or something, wasn't it? And one of the quotes of the trip has to have been her turning around to Mitch and going, because we were all just chatting to ourselves and we were just walking along. She just turns around to Mitch and goes, "This isn't Disneyland. Minnie Mouse will rob you and Mickey Mouse will stab you." And then just walks off. That's probably one of the impressions I'll keep forever in New Orleans. That was definitely.
We were in the south after all.
Yeah. May I put some of the Danish fellas, didn't we?
Yeah, they were cool.
They were good crack. And what else is there? Just general, there was a lot of drinking on the streets, wasn't there?
Yeah.
For a country where you're not allowed to drink until you're 21 and not even outside, Louisiana seems to be a bit different in that regard.
As I said, it's in the south.
Yeah, it is in the south. That hostel we were in, that was an old, what was it, like an old...
creepy, that place.
What was it, like an old monastery or an old chapel or something? Pretty expensive, actually. For being in the middle of nowhere.
And being in a room with like 40 others.
New Orleans is very different in that it has it was built by the French, I think so. I'm guessing by the name, and they have a tram system and everything, which is something that not a lot of American cities can have. But anyway, that one night, I think after we had met you, we were just on our way home, and we ended up having to run after one of these trams.
No, we got there.
Yeah, we got
one wrong, but all three of us fell asleep, and we ended up going past us up for.
And we had to run back or something. We were on those tram tracks for about an hour. I can remember that.
And we had to run back to a tram stop because we seen a tram coming behind us, and they go kind of slow. So we just started.
They go faster though when you're not actually on them. They go faster than you think they do. Yeah.
But then we just had to run for like half a mile to catch this. And apparently the conductor knew that we were on the way, so he kind of slowed down for us a little bit.
Yeah. Took pity on us Irish people. Yeah. The only other thing I can really remember was that bin beside the Mississippi. Do you remember that bin?
Oh yeah, the rats in it.
There was a load of rats in this bin, and we were just standing at the Mississippi, and one by one they start coming out.
Yeah.
And there was Holger and Mitch trying to floor the rats. We didn't really get any, that wasn't very nice. But New Orleans itself is very
nice. And you'll see in the video clips.
Yeah. That's it.
Alright, season 5.
just need to get rid of my. So this is freshman. So when I was here last time, this guy got shot out. Amazing. Sorry. Tiago, really?
Soren, say hello to your parents, Soren. Soren, say hello to your parents. Sorry, I'm meeting someone here.
You're meeting someone important here.
Come on.
Cheer captain of Ben Sherman. Ben Franklin. He's a guy. He's a famous guy around these parts. Ben Sherman, UK clothing retailer. Ben Franklin, cheer captain. Cheer captain. Yeah. He's lying. He's lying.
Coming to ya on a dusty road. Good loving, I got a truckload. And when you get it, you got something. So don't worry, 'cause I'm coming. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Got what I got the hard way, and I'll make better each and every day. So honey, don't you fret, 'cause you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Hey Steve, I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Ha! Listen, was brought up on the side street. Not love, or I grieve. I was educated, a good stop. But I start loving, I just can't stop. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man.
Hello, and how are you doing? After a bit of a break, myself and Paddy have returned to finish off what is left of this movie. So at the moment we're after finishing up with Austin, yeah, we had a good night there in Austin. And we are on our way to
Alabama.
We didn't actually know where we were going for a while.
No.
we decided to ring up a friend of ours, and he put us up in Birmingham, Alabama. Not to find a much more central place in the world, but that's where we ended up. I don't know, was it a long drive, Paddy?
What was it? It was only 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours, not too long, was it? And Connor was really happy as well, because it meant that he'd be able to go to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, which is one of those cities again, like Dallas, that Connor wanted to go visit. So yeah, we were arrived in Birmingham, Alabama. Nice place.
If you're rich,
which John's parents definitely are. They had the biggest house on the biggest hill. And yeah, it couldn't have been much more ridiculous than that. Swimming pool outside, the whole thing was beautiful.
It's actually heated as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was heated outdoor swimming pool. Yeah, because just no energy problems in Alabama. But who did we meet out there? John and his dad, and a few crazy John's friends. Yeah, they were fairly savvy. We had a good night with them that night. Yeah. But I suppose the first thing that happened when we got there was we were all invited to a barbecue. Yeah. So we barbecued that night.
We only had one night.
We only had one night. Sorry. So we had the barbecue. After that, John's friends arrived. Yeah. And there was some. Remember, one of his friends was fairly crazy with her ideas and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, she was. She was fairly drunk at that point in time as well. Yeah. Was chatting a lot. The next morning, we went out to the steel mill, Alabama Steel Mill. So it's an old. You'll see some pictures. It's an old steel mill that has basically just been rusting away. And it's like a museum open to the public. Getting chased by a ranger in that museum in the wrong place to the museum. That was fun as well. on asking John what else there is to do in Alabama, he said in Alabama,
drinking and shooting.
And hopefully not in that order. No, but so John brings us to a gun range. It couldn't have been a more dodgy place, basically. It's like building a gun range in Ballymun. Just a very, very dodgy area. So we pull up to this warehouse and go inside. Your man has all his guns just lined up at the counter. Lined up at the counter, no sort of protective safes or anything like that, nothing. Lined up at the counter, a lot of wet bullets just there. I have to say it was the most I just didn't feel good doing it. It was
weird.
Yeah, and you got to pick your targets. It was either a picture of Osama bin Laden or Barney or
what else was?
Yeah, it was. What should we be picking in? A revolver or something?
A revolver, yeah.
It wasn't nice, was it? No. And the whole time I was just thinking, geez, if anybody walks in right now, any of the locals, I don't know.
And
what else did we do?
That was pretty much it. We went for dinner as well that evening.
Yeah.
With John's father again.
We were novelties all over. I mean, understandably not a lot of people go to Alabama.
Or not many people leave Alabama.
Not a lot of people leave Alabama either. So as Irish and Australians and Brazilians that we had in our group, we were quite a novelty in the area. And we were treated as such, Had a few funny experiences with John's father as well. John's father is an eye surgeon, is he?
Something like that,
reconstructive, has to do with eye anyway, and he's a reconstructive surgeon. And during the middle of one of the meals, or the one meal that we brought him out to, just before we left, the day after, he pulls out his iPhone and there's a picture of, and he starts showing Mitch this child that has been mauled by a dog, and that he was performing reconstructive surgery on. I suppose different culture, different habits, I suppose, ways of...
Yeah, it's typical, pretty much.
Yeah. we had a few run-ins with the father anyway. We tried to pay for that meal, and needless to say, we got we were asked if we were going to get shot. We tried to pay for the meal. He started asking us if we were questioning his manhood.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy with us at all, so the best thing we ever did was get out of there. Like there was no tomorrow.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my mom, Paul, not the way that I do love you. Holy, real life, you're the apple of my eye, girl, I never loved one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend, I dream of two, nothing there ain't nothing that I need. Hot and heavy, pumpkin pie, chocolate cake, Jesus Christ, ain't nothing please me more than you. When you come home, home is wherever I need. When you come home, home is wherever I need. Sweeter than
that day you fell out of my window.
I sure did. You came jumping out after me.
Well, you fell off the concrete and nearly broke your ass, and you were bleeding all over the place.
How's it going?
How's everybody? Where are we have to come from, right?
We are just after leaving Alabama, and you're going to see us now coming into Charleston, which is on the east coast.
So it's the first stop on the east coast. We basically have made it from ocean to ocean.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a momentous occasion.
It was.
On the way there, did we drop off Connor?
No, we dropped Connor off after Charleston.
Oh, okay, we dropped Connor off after Charleston, but yeah, he didn't actually come down all the way to Miami with us.
No.
Because he was getting that flight back from Georgia, Atlanta, which he was mad about. And yeah, so we're after arriving in Charleston. What were some of the things that happened in Charleston?
Mitch met his future wife.
Mitch met his future wife in the form of a
ice cream lady.
Ice cream lady. Quite a nice, in fairness to him, quite a nice looking ice cream lady. This this woman was selling ice cream for her graduate program in college to fund it, and never seen a man buy so much ice cream in person.
I think Mitch financed her whole next year.
Yeah, I don't think she needed to do any more fundraising after that session. Yeah, she was nice.
Right guys, today I have about 1 minute to tell you about what it is to the Atlantic Ocean. There's not too much wind, don't worry. The Atlantic Ocean, we have come all the way across America. So to say, we're east to west, west to east. 8-hour drive down to Miami. Mitch has something to say about an ice cream lady. Mitch, who is this woman?
My future wife, Soren.
What is she doing? What is she going to be?
She's going to sell ice cream, and I'm going to make her happy.
How are you going to make her happy, Mitch?
I don't know. I'm going to sort that out in the next 3 hours before we leave Charleston.
This is good. Good news.
It's great news.
Happy to hear that. Is there any way we could do a fundraiser tonight, maybe, for
her graduate program?
Yeah.
I'm just going to make some money quickly.
Okay.
There's a casino up the street. All the ice cream in all the tracks.
Yeah, exactly. I need to run.
Tell her you got your own stock of ice cream.
I need to get all the other.
And then we managed to go for breakfast somewhere, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
We managed to go for breakfast somewhere, and we got chatting to these bridesmaids. Was it?
Hen night.
Hen night, some sort of hen night in Charleston, and they were telling us about where to stay. And up until this point, I don't think we spent more than $60 a night on anywhere that we stayed, because we had made sure that this is going to be a cheap holiday. But in all our infinite wisdom, we decided that this would be real fun if we stayed where the hen night was staying. It's not creepy at all. We just thought that'd be fun. So yeah, sure, they stay in the Days Inn, and sure, the Days Inn is in the middle of Charleston. That'll be $250 please. But yeah, we'd pay that, no problem at all. $250. We actually got on with the receptionist guys really well as well. They were like, oh yeah, you want a room beside the hen night party? I never met them. I don't even think we met the hen no.
Sure, we barely got in anywhere that.
No. Charleston has to have been the widest place we went to.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Was it North or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
It was South Carolina.
As Holger made sure he mentioned to me.
Yeah, Holger had what was it with Holger again?
I was talking to Mum on the phone, and she asked me where we were.
And you said...
I just said, just after getting into South Carolina. Then Holger said, we've been in here for the last 6 hours.
I remember that.
All I heard was the voice put him back.
We've been here for 6 hours. Oh, what a man.
Oh, that's the bakery just here. Which one? Tell us about South Carolina. We've been in it for a while.
Just arrived in South Carolina. How am I supposed to know anything about this place?
Your initial impressions about it.
No, I think it must just walked in here. The state line must be over there, like.
I think Paddy was on the phone. When we crossed the state line.
No, the state line moves closer all the time.
What else? We walked along and we saw a few of those houses. They were nice.
Yeah, walked along the coast.
Basically all there is to say for South Carolina. Jumped back in the car after that night out there. Didn't even do a lot on the night out, did we?
No, just
kind of expensive place.
Yeah.
Didn't do much. Just went out. Didn't find the hen party at all. Disaster. Went out, and the next morning we drove off to Daytona, which is en route to
Miami.
And in Daytona, first off isn't glamorous at all.
Typical plastic American.
Yeah, it's the weirdest of places. Funny story about Daytona is how we pulled it up basically. Oh, Paddy, go on, Paddy, you.
Right, well, he said we'd get a bite to eat in Daytona, and it would have been what, 3 or 4 o'clock?
Yeah, just midday. We've been driving for a while anyway. We've been driving about 6 or 7 hours at this stage. We need to get
it wasn't that much.
No?
Because we made it to Miami in like 3 hours. Remember, we got to Miami really shortly.
Well, maybe not. We've only been driving for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we had to make a stop for some lunch.
Yeah. So we stopped off for a bite to eat anyway. It was grand. Soren and Tiago. No, remember we parked up.
Yeah.
Just on the entrance to actually the beach itself.
So we parked up beside the restaurant, but we weren't able to stay there.
Yeah, so because you said you go.
So myself, or Tiago and myself, needed to repark the car.
And then
we reparked the car somewhere.
They said they park it on the beach itself.
Because there was parking on the beach.
Yeah.
Now, in the meantime, we went off and we actually found a parking spot way closer because the beach is fairly full. We found one just behind the restaurant, kind of over the street. But Paddy thought that we'd parked on the beach.
And then we finished the meal, it was grand. And then all the lads went off to the car, and I went to the toilet. I said I'd catch them up, sure, on the beach. There's only one line of cars, it can't be that hard to find.
No bother at all, he thought. And we went off to the car thinking he knew where it was behind the restaurant. Paddy went for a walk. 4 miles later, actually, we find Paddy half burnt to bits without sun cream, walking along the beach, ready to kill someone. He was not happy. I'm so sad we don't have a video of that. You were the unhappiest camper I've ever seen. My God. Yeah.
But even the sun, it was like shards of glass just blowing into your feet, like no sun cream.
Paddy was in no mood to talk until we got
my phone wouldn't work for some reason, and it just fit to kill someone at this stage.
Just wasn't a good point of our trip, was it? No.
But on the upside, I did get a nice picture of our cobras.
He did, yeah. That was the only good thing about that beach. I've never seen a beach so desecrated by cars.
No.
Cars everywhere. Only in America. We still have to go to Key West. This is 78,000 kilometers. Yeah. But there's the buddies. I didn't break a single thing. No, not at all. I didn't break a single thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, down. Probably just going to
cups.
Paddy, tell us about last night.
Well, welcome back first of all. The last couple of days were interesting.
Where were we?
On the first night we got to Miami, we decided to go to South Beach. It looked like a cool place to go.
It was basically the place we were told to go, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Little did we know, Paddy.
And
little did we know.
there was a party on, so oh jeez, great crack.
Big party.
Big party.
A huge party.
Streets closed, everything.
I've never seen a party the size of it.
So we decided to find somewhere to stay first of all. And we spent an hour looking, found the place was grand. Went for a walk down South Beach. We noticed.
What did we notice, Paddy?
We kind of stuck out a bit.
In what way, Paddy?
Well, let's just say we were the shortest of white Irish people there.
We were the only short white people, Irish white people there. Jeez, I've never been so. I didn't know how to feel about it. It's quite an experience.
All we seen was like. Not to be racist or anything, but big black people everywhere.
So,
like they're all tanks.
Look over there, Soren. Look, do you see that? There's a rich guy with a shirt on and a tie busking.
We're in the middle of a story here, Holger, but I'll just zoom in on him really quickly so you can get your
moment of glory.
There, look, we've zoomed in on him, people have seen him.
Here's a sign saying, lost my job.
Great, now, back to Paddy. Paddy, what was happening that we didn't know about, that no one cared to tell us about either?
Okay, well, only last night we found out, by the way. It was an all black only beach party. And every black person in America just converges on South Beach on Memorial Weekend, which it happens to be.
Why did no one tell us this?
Because everyone's a dope and no one
Someone thought that
maybe they thought it'd be funny.
The funniest thing ever.
Since send the 5 white Irish people down to fucking South Beach.
How much did we stick out, Paddy? On a scale of 1 to 10?
A million. And I was the shortest white Irish person within 5 mile radius.
Just the shortest white person. There's no explaining.
I don't know how we didn't get shot.
There's no explaining that party.
I remember so intimidated.
For a while we just thought that the demographics of Miami were just very interesting.
The next day we were on the beach and all we could see was Mexicans.
Yeah.
And Cubans.
How was the next day on the beach, Holger? I know you're driving now, but tell us about the next day on the beach.
Scalding, let's say it that way.
How was your back, Holger?
Back it's recovering and it's definitely not going to peel.
Is it not going to peel, no? I mean that was quite a shade of red you had going there. I'd even say dark red. So like a magenta or something, a different name for that sort of a colour. We didn't even need lights last night. We just had Olga's back in the room.
We needed 2 air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. We just turned the air conditioning up because of that back ears. Olga doesn't find this amusing at all.
No, I'm paying attention to the road.
It's always good when the driver pays attention to the road.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Wonder how Tiago and Mitch are feeling.
Tiago, what's your input on this?
I'm late.
Yeah.
And we know that, Tiago. There's anything else you might have to add to this. I'm always late. It's true. What else are you, Tiago? Look at these fellas over here having a laugh. Getting filmed.
Where are we going today, Soren?
Today, Patrick. Today we're going to the Everglades. Wait, no, I think this is a bit on Zoom, so I better get rid of this. Yeah. So today we're going to the Everglades, which is a park here down in the south of Florida, where, well, you'll probably see it on the next part of this video. There'll be a lot of crocodiles running around and interesting creatures like that.
Scary alligators that you need.
Tiago doesn't know, but every group that goes has to bring their own bait. He's currently, well, let's just say that the door opens quite easily. And, but yeah, we might take, if it's not too expensive, we might take one of those airboat tours, which would be pretty cool as well. Hopefully we should get that on camera. Yeah. This will be charged by then.
Yeah.
But
explain why it wasn't on for the last couple of days.
why was it on?
Because we know minutes.
Yeah, so basically the last 2 days we haven't been able to make a video because this thing has been full, and only now am I trying to put everything onto the laptop. It takes ages and it's an absolute pain in the hole, but what can you do?
And we were too busy not trying to get shot.
Yeah, and we were busy not trying to stick out.
You know what Mitch said?
What do you
Mitch heard someone getting shot.
Really?
Yeah. Beside the hospital, like 2 blocks down. We heard 3 gunshots and someone running away. Not a word like.
Beside our house?
Yeah.
Our hotel?
But yeah.
This is news just in by Holger. Would you mind telling me these things? What happened, Holger? Explain it again.
No, someone was shot, or somebody was...
Beside our hostel?
Yeah.
Why, Paddy? Why was someone shot beside our hostel?
Because it's probably white and stuck out.
Could it have been that there was a group of 5 of them walking around cluelessly? Every African and American in the community wondering what the hell these boys are doing here.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it was unreal. I'll never forget that till
No, Jesus Christ. I'm kind of happy we ended up staying there just for the experience.
Just for the experience, yeah.
It's a pity we didn't get it on camera, I suppose. It'd be even worse if we had brought 5 people with a 5. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, right now we're on the 41, heading west.
Back to the suburbs.
We're in these suburbs for the last I don't know how many miles. Apparently these Everglades are going to start soon, so I don't know how it works. Is it just all of a sudden crocodiles inside the house? Nice American flags here and there, just in case you forget where you are. Actually, that's
Florida International University.
That's one thing we did miss on the way down was the size of the flags. Paddy, weren't they huge?
Yeah, Texas was the best.
Texas just had huge flags.
Texas not about much.
There's toll on this. Maybe it's just the express thing. We don't want to go south, we want to go west.
Trying to toll us. How do you feel about getting towed?
But which way am I driving?
Shit. Well, time to get the wallet out.
Is that real?
Yes, ma'am. It is 100%. If you don't believe me, jump in the water.
Maybe Bella should do such a thing.
They are for real. I think there's another one right up here somewhere. Alright, look already on your right. See the one in the grass right here? Yeah. Straight across with me.
Oh, yeah.
See his tail? See him?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Alright, now, look right up in front of us where that tree is. There's one laying right at the bottom of the tree. On the left-hand side. Got another one right here. Right here. Straight across.
Right there.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Look, Bella, can you see it?
Alligator?
You're not gonna get warts from handling frogs and toads. Something toads have that frogs don't are the bumps on the neck. Poison. Dog eats a toad, makes the dog sick, teaches that dog don't eat any more toads. But these will kill a dog or cat.
Hello everybody, we're back again. About 6 months since the last time we've done anything on this movie. But as you can see, we've been working away hard. A lot of goats to be tending to. I think Mum and Dad are going to be laughing at this point. So yeah, where have we just come from, Paddy?
We've just come from
Everglades, I think.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So we're in the Everglades anyway. We managed to not lose Tiago or anything.
Yeah.
Probably better because, yeah, if you lost him there, you wouldn't have found him anytime soon. At the moment, we finished the Everglades and we're on our way to Key West. Paddy, tell you a bit about Key West.
Key West, it's a little island off the south of Florida. It's connected by one of the bridges to the mainland. What do we do there? We went
snorkeling and Mitch didn't want to go snorkeling with us. He decided he had good memories of the Australian reef, didn't want to destroy them with any
with any commercialist, with any commercialism that was
American reef.
American reef, yeah. So he didn't come with us into the reef, but you'll see a bit of footage of the reef itself. Key West is a very nice place.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Most southern point in America. That was pretty cool to see. Conor Hurley isn't on the trip anymore. He left us right about after we left South Carolina. We dropped him off somewhere along the way.
Smithfield or something?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the place, but he got that bus back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Finally got to see the city. I hope the city was nice, Conor. It was. What else? Well, it's a beautiful day in Ireland here, as you see. That's basically all we're going to be able to see. Give us a final chapter then after this.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet, make you wanna move, you're dancing feet. When the morning, gather the rainbow, want you to know, I'm a rainbow too.
How'd you feel about that?
Good, because we only have like 4 hours driving left to do. What do you think about that, Mitch?
I think that's good. You won't be catching me swearing, Paddy.
We got 4 hours and 49 minutes again. So, Paddy, what are you doing?
Putting on something because I'm Irish. Shit, man, isn't it?
Your beard is quite the catchment area for sunscreen there. Say hello, Tiago. Fuck off, sorry. Where are we? We're in Key West. About to go on a snorkeling trip. You know that speak while the video starts.
Again and again.
Mr. Rain all day, we might as well just leave. No, we're going to go to the supermarket and buy fastest food. And then finish off all the series. We have to finish them anyway. Yeah. See you out.
Higher grad the plan.
How'd you like it higher? That was good. Really good.
What sort of fish did you see?
Jellyfish.
You actually get stung. Where? I got a bit of a cut there, that's all right. Say something to the camera. I'm the one that I don't want to do the camera work all the way. I am the camera. Tiago is just after forgetting that we're flying home tomorrow. Asking if he can spend another night here. And he has to leave at 11 in the morning tomorrow. This man is a disaster. No, but we're after going snorkeling in the American reef, which will steer your stuff when you're snorkeling. Exactly. And you leave your bag in the boat, and when you come back, your bag's not going to be there anymore. I got bitten by a jellyfish, though. All the Germans got bitten. I didn't know jellyfish could bite. All the Germans got bitten by a jellyfish, okay? Got burned by jellyfish. Stung. Burned. Stung. You don't know shit about English. You speak Irish.
Not do his voice. That was Larry's voice. Yeah. My visibility is really gone away from us. What did he say?
The healthy gay is trying to make. It's eating the burger.
His arm turned on. I can't do it. It's basically the Joker. Yes, it's a real burger. Yeah. Beautiful. This is what Tiago's stomach looks like on the inside. It's just turned into one big burger. One giant burger. Just note how reflective that side of that is.
Back to Miami, here we go.
Looks like it's been polished.
Now you eat it.
I'm going to eat it.
Take it back.
In
3 bites. Okay, no, I'm going to give that to you.
3 bites? I'm not going to enjoy this at all, am I?
You're not going to enjoy it anyway. Because it doesn't have green, gay vegetables in it.
It has one vegetable on it.
I'm going to reverse it. It's the pickles, it doesn't count.
Do I have to do it in 3 bites?
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
No?
No. I mean, the man eat Vegemite sandwiches, and he's complaining about.
We would all be much happier if we were Vegemite sandwiches.
I just want a normal sandwich.
You just eat healthy things because everything in Australia is poisonous, so you have to eat.
That's true. I'd like to be able to go to the bathroom paddy without taking a butter knife in with me.
Trying to do that right wipe there at the. On dusty and shit.
I'm the most irregular person.
Yeah,
on the east coast right now.
Yeah. I just go when I want to go, basically.
No, let me zoom. Now put the burger in your mouth. I'm zooming in your mouth, right? What is disgusting.
Yeah, that's what you're like all over.
That is actually horrible. I've never eaten a burger, yeah.
Oh, but Soren, anyway, the burger took so long. They basically did 5 other orders before they made
the real magic's happening up front. You want to get this guy. Sorry, go on, Holger.
All the people started saying sorry to me, like, oh, sorry, the burger's taking so long. Because you know, in McDonald's, I ordered 1 burger and like 4 other people got their orders. Like before I did, and they ordered after me.
It's outrageous.
Yeah.
I'm starting to watch porn on this laptop.
I'm pretty sure if I just said I want a free one, they would have said, okay, here you go.
Why didn't you say that?
I don't want.
You didn't want a free one.
Okay, good evening everyone. We're just finishing our movie here now. Exactly 1 year nearly to the day.
Yeah, it's been a long road to try and finish off this recording. We've probably wanted to sit down, I'd say, at least 100 times to do it.
Yeah.
And about 5 times it's worked out. But yeah, we've come to the end. Some wise words about butter knives and McDonald's selling strategies there at the end by Holger and Mitch. But it's been a lot of fun.
A lot of memories.
We're going to hopefully be able to use this as a building block for the next few, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to be going on different little adventures, and any closing words for the film, buddy?
Just hope you all enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too long. Yeah, hope we didn't bore you too much. And I promise Soren will work on his camera work for the next time. Yeah, I won't be staring at the ground. But anyway.
Mary's got a new job, she's working in the bank, making lots of money and giving it to Frank. Frank's a married boyfriend, been that way for a year. Slapped her in the face once, but says he loves it. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. He's met another woman and traveling on his own. He wrote a loving message and left it by the phone. Mary still knows nothing as innocent as snow. Everyone has heard the truth, but no one lets it show. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense?